it's a real quick flash of the screen because that's all. We're only having 2 slides tonight, 1 slide for opening and 1 slide for closing. The rest is all going to be about the Shopify settings. So having certain things set up at the, what I'll keep calling the back end or the settings area of Shopify is really important so that you don't miss out on customers. You know, the right information is in there, etc. So that's what it is about tonight. It's all about settings. You are going to get to a point in this lesson where you're going to go, I can't remember all of that. I don't expect you to. I really don't. And it is recorded. So you're going to be able to pop in there anytime and see what settings should be there when it's time for you to go and check yours. So really just come along for the ride and understand why really those settings are being ticked or unticked, etc. And don't try and remember every step and every place because it's too much information to take in one go. So you'll be able to refer back to the training. Okay, so I'll go over and open up my Shopify store, and it's actually working tonight. It was down for an hour and a half last week, and I don't know why. I contacted them and everything, and it came up 30 minutes after we got off the session last week. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, it's working. There was no problem with it, blah, blah, blah. But a lesson to you guys, it's going to happen to you. It wasn't just because it was my site. It happens to all Shopify owners because of internet, because they're doing refurb and only certain people. And people, but I can get on and I can get on and I can't get on. It's only sectioned off with certain customers. And that's the message that will come up for you. Now, as I say, that is the longest time I've only ever been, you know, sort of down for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes max, but that was a special one. So don't expect that, but you will be down for 5 minutes here and there. Okay, so here we are, and I have logged into my Shopify store, and I'm not going to go through exactly how to get into your store because it's just basically type in Shopify login and log in because it'll all be set up for you once you join them, and you will have already have logged in. You'd know how to log in before you even get there. All right, now I've got some notes next to me, so if I keep looking over here, it's because I want to remember to give you information and make sure that it's on the recording. Because there's lots of things that to be doing. All right, so we're going to go through the basic functions of the dashboard. So right here, I'm at what's called the back end or the settings area of Shopify. And I'm going to go down on the left-hand side here. We're going to go through each of these areas, and I'm going to show you what's important and what we don't use. Some things we just don't even use. So basically here we are on the home page, and it's pretty self-explanatory. The most things that you're going to get on that front page is mainly advertising stuff and information, updates, etc. from Shopify themselves. And there's a few odds and ends down there that are just at a glance. So there's no need for me to go through everything on this homepage because it's only a collection from other pages. But at a glance, you can see, you know, today, you know, 13 sessions. And remember, this is the training site. It's not my site that I do my shop on. This is the training site. So that's usually what the first thing you want to know is how many sessions that the shop has had for you today. All right, so I'm going to go straight over and click on orders on the left-hand side. And this is a list of all orders, and I'll repeat myself. It's a dummy site, so you're going to see my name all over the place, testing and buying and not going through checkout. That's all me in there back and forth doing dummy orders, and other people that have jumped in that have actually seen, you know, been testing ads, etc., and they've jumped in there as well. So people can buy from this site, but it's not not my main site. So you're going to see me all over the place. All right, so when you click on orders on the left, you're going to see a list of all orders that have, you know, been either fulfilled, not fulfilled, in process. All your information is going to be there about the orders that are coming in and what you need to do about them to keep you on track about that. You can filter orders for unfulfilled, unpaid, they're still open, or they're closed. So you can filter away all you like across there. So that's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to go into more detail, you can actually physically click on the order and see whose this order is, what's it about, a little bit more detail about it. So there you go. There, look, I've even put removed in there. I've done a lots of different things in the store to test it, to make sure it works. So I've removed some products, I've fulfilled some products, and yeah, guess what she's been buying? Bike stuff, of course. And when you get on your store and you want to test that things work for you, that's what you do, is you put it at a $0, give yourself a coupon or a discount, which I'm going to show you in a minute, in a little while. Give yourself free shipping and get the thing shipped to you, and then you pay for it at the back end. I know that was a lot to say, but if you want to test your site and you want to see it's working, why not buy for yourself and buy the thing that you want? So I want bike stuff, so I loaded some bike stuff up and bought it myself to see how it works and if it works properly. All right, so this chick here's been buying some bike stuff. She didn't pay any money because she got a gift from the owner of the shop, and she got free shipping as well. There you go, free shipping as well. Okay, so all the details of the customer will be in there for you as well. But it's pretty basic, okay, so drafts I never use, don't know what it's for, don't bother about it, never bother about it, so we're skipping drafts. Now, abandoned checkouts is going to be a place of interest for you. Because this is where people have come in, you've promoted a piggy bank, and they've gone, wow, I really like that piggy bank, and they've gone all the way through to checkout and then gone, now I've changed my mind, or the phone rang, or the kids turned up, or someone knocked at the door. That's called an abandoned checkout. So by the time they get to this stage, they've already given you their email address to be able to purchase from you. So it'll come up in a list here, and then later down in the training, I'll be able to show you how to use abandoned checkout email addresses to go back to those people and offer them maybe a further discount, or, you know, free shipping, something like that, to get them to purchase the item that they were interested in. So abandoned checkouts is something that you're going to be quite interested in your journey. Yep, so it gives the data on the people who have come to your store, added something to your cart, and then left, and it's for retargeting. Okay, products. Now, I will do another lesson. This is obviously a broad look at all the settings, and I will be doing lessons on certain things as we go through, you know, how to load your product, etc. So you will be using this area quite a lot to load your products up. And if I just duck into maybe one of them, it's a bike thing, a bike bag, which was one of my testers. You'll see that this is where you put all of your information. You have to decide, and I'll do a lesson on it, whether this is too much detail or not enough detail, or whatever you're going to put in with each product. That is up to you, and that is, you need to have a look at how it's going to look on your site. I particularly think that's too much information, but again, I'm testing. And in here is where you would put all of your information, your images, the pricing, and a couple of other things. Again, I will go through different things with you about that. But when you go into all products and then choose your product, this is where the products are stored. Now, you could be, I'm just going to click back to all products, or I could have gone on the back arrow there, is let's say I've got several hundred products in there and I'm going, oh, I want to see how all my jewelry is going. I don't want to scroll down one by one by one by one. So in the filter products, you can type in whatever you want here. However you spell jewelry, there's 2 or 3 ways of spelling jewelry, and there that one didn't like that jewelry because I'm pretty sure jewelry is spelled that way. Just depends on how you like to spell it. Okay, so it'll bring up everything that's got jewelry in it, and I'll be able to go and find the item that I want. You know, my pit bull necklace. and then I can work on whatever I need to do on that item. Okay, so it's pretty easy to use the all products. Okay, what am I up to? Okay, inventory, you won't be going in there a lot, just occasionally. You'll be mainly going into products. So what do I have to tell you in here? Okay, if you don't use it too much, and a trick I'm going to show you is because you'll be fulfilling the orders. So let's say these are bike lights up here. So let's say I've got 9 available and 9 get sold, and that availability comes to 0. That means that the next customer comes in won't be able to buy that bike light because it says 0, and it will, at checkout, it will say not available. So you don't want that happening because you're the one who's actually fulfilling the order. So you're going to have maybe 2 or 3 suppliers for these bike lights. You're not just going to have one supplier. You're going to have your favorite one, but you're always going to have, 1 or 2 spares in case these dudes run out of stock. So what you do is on the, and I'll see if I can make that bigger for you. On the filter, just click on the top filter here, which will tick every item there. And then where it says more actions, you just click that and says continue selling when out of stock. Click that. That means every item in there, if it gets to 0, whatever stock amount you've put on it, when it gets to 0 of sold out, it will continue selling and you'll fulfill it. It won't say out of stock for the client, for the customer coming in. Really important, because you would lose a lot of sales if you don't have that ticked, if you forget to do that. And that updates all the inventory items, which we just did. And especially if you're running a budget, like if you've got Facebook ad coming, going out there, getting people to come back, and you get really hit and you haven't got time to go in there and up your ante for the quantities, then you're going to miss out on a heap of sales. So please remember that one. If that's all you write down tonight, please write that one down. That's really important. I know it says 9 and everything, but when I set my levels, I put 1,000. So I put a quantity of 1,000 that are available for sale, even if I've got more or whatever, because I know where I started then. So when I start going in and checking figures, I know that some have been sold just at a glance. So I do start off at 1,000, but again, it's your choice. You might say, I'm going to start off at 100, or I'm going to start off at 500, whatever it is you decide to do, and just stick with it. Okay, transfers, don't use. We're over on the left-hand side here again. So transfers, I don't use. Collections, you will use collections a fair bit. Now, how do I explain a collection? A collection is like going into Myers or Walmart or any of the big stores, and then you go to the ladies' clothing section. That's a collection. Go to the perfume counter. That's a collection. Go to the shoes department. That's a collection. Go down to the pet clothing. That's a collection. So collections are like, parts of your store that you keep everything together. Now, when you create your collection, so I've got a jewelry lovers, can't say it, jewelry lovers collection, and you'll see further down, I've also got a jewelry lovers free plus. So an identical collection, but with free plus written on the end of it. Why do I do that? Is because later on I'm going to show you how to do a free plus shipping campaign, and your free items don't want to be seen on the Shopify store until you're ready to reveal them. So you can keep them in the free plus. So whenever, even if you don't have anything in it, as soon as you make a collection, go in and make a duplicate collection with free plus or whatever you'd like to call it on the end, but keep it the same. If it's going to be free all the way, then make it free all the way. All right, so that's that. Again, we'll do collections another night. Gift cards, probably during your holiday season, you know, something for Christmas or a special holiday, you can create a gift card for people. What's next? Okay, customers. So I already showed you a little bit about customers when we looked at products. So there's some in different places. So you might go in here and there's a heap of customers who've come in and you want to see information on these customers. There's some recurring ones, there's some ones just occasionally. So again, you can go in there, you can see what time, when they last ordered, how much they spent. She's a cheapie, she only spent $0 because she got it for free. What orders did they place? And you can see lots of information about your customers in here. Analytics, again, at a glance, that's your dashboard of all your analytics. And you probably won't be getting into analytics for a little while because you need some scores on the board and you need some patterns to start to evolve. So it's going to start off with lots of downward spirals and arrows down and percentages down. Don't worry about that. That'll all start to change. And you can use this analytics dashboard and create your own reports, etc., in there for yourself as well. All right, so don't get too tied up in analytics at this stage, but that's where it all is. And here's your reports. Sorry, I jumped the gun there. Here is where you can create your reports about behavior, finances, marketing. There's already reports already running in there for you, or you can create your own reports because there might be specific things that you want to know about what's gone on for your month. So that's where you find reports. Okay, live view. This is really, I love this. Silly things make me happy, but this is a live view of what's going on right now. So the little pinpoint is saying where our store is right now. So it's in Queensland, and you might decide that there might be other things lit up on the board here, which gets exciting when people start buying. You can actually, it'll see here, visitors right now, there's none. But when visitors go in there, this will start getting numbers on it, and little pinpoints will start coming up all over the world from where people are currently right this second buying. It's not where they bought from, it's when they're live at the time. So that's quite exciting if you're on and you can see that happening. Okay, so that's really good to see where people are buying from, especially when you've got some ads going. Okay, back over to the left-hand side again, and this is marketing. Now, I don't use marketing. I don't use this at all because I use my own Facebook ads, which I'm going to teach you to do as well. So I actually don't use any marketing in here. Okay, so straight down, so that all belongs to marketing. So I'm just going to go straight to discounts. You're really going to love this, and you're going to use this a fair bit. Excuse me. So at the minute, I've been messing around with 25% off, save 20%, season savings, free shipping, free shipping over $25. So let's have a quick look at one of them. So what you do is you create a discount code. So up here, discount codes are automatic discounts. I'm going to do manual ones because I like to keep control. So I'm going to show you one I already made. So this is I've called it Free Ship 25. Very inventive. Free Ship 25, and you can rename it up here if you go, oh, I didn't really like that name. You can rename it if you like after you've created it. So what I'm offering on this discount is a free shipping. So you instantly tick free shipping and the information down here changes. If you tick percentage or fixed amount or buy one, get one free, this will change down here a little bit. So shipping is different to the others. So I go down further and I go all countries. I want all countries to get the free shipping. They can buy anything and get free shipping once they have bought over $25 worth of goods. Customer eligibility. What this means is everyone can get it, or you might just want a specific group of customers. Once your customer list starts growing, you're going to start putting them in databases, or you might want to give it to a specific customer like Patricia Laverty. You might go, Patricia Laverty gets this code so that she can buy her bike gear and get it delivered free. The usage limits, what that means is limit the number of times this discount can be used in total. So if I say I'm only going to manufacture, I'm only going to create 100 discounts. So that means only 100 people can use those discounts. So once 100 have been used, it's over. Or I can say limit to 1 use per customer. So Patricia goes in, buys her bike gear, uses the free ship, 25, buys a $25 worth, uses the free ship. That's done. If I go back in there again and try to use it again, it'll say, sorry, you've used your discount code, you can't use it a second time. So you can make a decision if you want to tick either of those or not at all. So I've left this open slather for everyone to come and get that discount. To get that discount, which is free shipping. All right, so I actually really love the discount code. You can use it lots of different ways. So I encourage you to use discounts. Okay, now apps, and I'm going to give you a huge warning. Don't go nuts in here. It would be like putting money in a poker machine. I really want you to tread super carefully in the apps department, because it's shiny object-itis. It's shiny, nice, thrilling. Oh, it's going to do this for me. It's going to do that for me. It's going to do this for me. Yes, but it costs you. So every time you load up an app, it's going to cost you money monthly to use that app. So you know me, I'm always out for saving you money. So a few of the apps that are in here, you can see I haven't got lots of apps, and I'm going to show you how to use those ones over our time together. I have been researching and getting lots of free apps, free, okay? So hang in there with me, and I know some of you aren't ready to go there yet, which is a good thing, but let's check out some apps and I'll show you how to use them and how to use the free ones. And then as you get money coming through your store, if you decide you want to go to the paid ones, knock yourself out. But you don't have to go. That's what puts people off Shopify initially, because they think they've got to buy lots and lots of apps. You do need apps, but you don't have to buy them. So if we're in the App Store and or we're in apps and we go, oh, we need an app to do what? We just jump over here and it says visit the Shopify App Store. That's offside a bit. Anyway, we'll get over there. Visit the Shopify App Store. Come on. All right, and in you come, and this is where it's like going into a lolly shop, so just be careful. So let's say you want to find an app that does a cross-sell or an upsell, right? So Patricia's gone in to buy a bike light, but while she's in there, you might like to upsell her to something else, you know, a nice seat or a nice pair of pants or something else. You know, you can upsell and cross-sell. So an app, you need an app for that. So let's look upsell, and as I type it in, it'll do a drop-down box for you so that you can pick for what's commonly searched for. So upsell bundles is really good. So you can bundle products together and say, if you buy this bundle, you can get 25% off the whole order, things like that. So if you just click on the upsell bundles, you go in here, excuse me, you go in here and go straight down on the left-hand side and it says all pricing free or paid. I'm going to click free, and that means it'll list all the free ones. Now I say that with apprehension because they may have free plan or they might have free to install, that then you got to pay for it. So watch out for that. So I'm looking at the first one, and I'm just looking at them. I'm not going to go through if they're good enough or yet. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to read a couple of them. This one here, Smart Search and Instant Search. Push our web push notifications. It says free to install. As soon as I see free to install, I know that once I install it, or once I go over there, they're going to go, we're going to give you a 5-day free trial or a 14-day free trial, and then we're going to charge you $12 a month. Okay, so I can bet you that that's what's going to happen. Free plan available for this one means that when you go in there, they'll have a free plan plus paid plans. So if you really love it, and you'll get so many uses up to having 500 products on your store or whatever the deal is, and then once you reach there, they'll want you to upgrade. And you might go, no, I don't like it, so I'm not upgrading. Or you might go, yeah, I love it, so I'll upgrade. But you'll be making money by then. All right, so that's what this is about. Free plan available. That's what you're looking for. Free plan available or free. Okay, so that's what you do in apps. Okay, back over to the store. I'll just get rid of the apps. Don't want too much open at the minute. All right, so we just did apps. Now we're going down. We've done all of those, and now we're going down here to online store. Just check. I don't think anyone's worried. Just trying to check the... No, everyone's fine. Good, good, good. Great, great, great. Okay, I'll keep going. Okay, so online store down here. On the left-hand side, the first thing I'm going for are themes. A theme is the way you want your store to look. When you start your theme off, it's going to be clunky because you're going to be trying to maneuver it and trying to get the thing working, and it's going to look like a dog's breakfast. Can't be helped. But as you get it all together, you can start to tidy it up and make it look beautiful. So we're going to go to themes. I'm just moving me out of the way. Themes, right. So over here on the right-hand side, the theme I am using is called Supply. You should be able to see that. There it is there. It's called Supply. It's a good theme. It's a free theme, and I'm enjoying working with it. Every theme is going to have something different about it. So it depends on what you're more passionate about your product and niche and what's going to work for your store. If you started with Supply and you decided a few months down the track that you wanted to go to another theme, totally fine. The things that would change is probably the colors might not be quite right. You might have to go and tidy those up, but it doesn't go and destroy your good work. So you can change themes. So if we scroll down a little way too, the other theme that is good is Debut. So I've tried both and I like both of them. I'm just currently playing around with Supply on this site, and we can flick back and forth. So I just want to introduce you down here. It's got free themes and Shopify theme store. Free themes is free themes. Shopify theme store is you're going to buy them. So again, you don't need to buy anything until you're making a cartload of money and you decide you want to go for something a bit different. There's nice themes in here. So in the free themes, we're just going to quickly explore free themes. And they're nice. Look, there's Simple, Boundless, Venture. There's the Supply one. You can see it's live. That's the one I'm using. There's Debut. It's lovely too. There's Narrative, Brooklyn, Minimal, and Express. So you go, ooh, I really want my store to look like, I don't know, Debut, this. So you go and have a look, and it will tell you what it can do. All right, it tells you everything about that theme. Now, Debut is a free theme, so you just add the theme to the library, and then you would choose it as the one that you want to be active. So just because you add the theme to the library doesn't make it active straight away. It just adds it to your library. So that's how you go. You just go in and you have a look at which one you like, and then either go back or add it. We'll just get out of there. And I'm going to go to the Shopify theme store and view the theme store. Same deal. It's going to have the free ones and the paid for ones in here. All right, so the first one that's come up is called, I'll just move that out of the way, Reach. And it tells you what it's about, and it tells you a bit about it and what it's good for. All right, so this is what it's going to look like. You've got pages to look at up here, 1 of 6 here, and you just flick through those and it tells you more and shows you more about your theme. See, ideal for showcasing features, products, and collections. Next one, prestige, designed for premium high-end brand appeal, impulse. All right, so you just go through and it's really important that you see how it looks like on mobile, because 80% of your traffic is going to come from mobile. So really concentrate, make sure, check everything on mobile before you send things out. Now I wanted to show you something. I think it's in here. It's in the more details. $180, right? You would pay $180 for this. You can view the demo. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like with your gear on it, which is very pretty. I'm just trying to scroll down here, see if I can see it properly. Okay, so it's a lovely theme. What it would want to be for $180. Okay, so it's going to go, yeah, I love that. Or you get ideas on how you want your store to look. Now, I'm heading for somewhere, and hopefully it's on this theme. No, it hasn't got it. Okay, I was looking for legal, but anyway, I can cover that later. All right, so that's what the themes look like, and I say I would want to be for that price. So we're going to get out of there because I don't want to spend $180 on a theme. Map 2, I lost my way. Yep, we're on track. We're on track. I like my notes. Okay, so that's it about themes. I'm going to pop out of those. I'm going to pop back over here, make sure I'm safe. I don't want to kick us out. All right, so we've had a look at themes. And going back to my list over here. Check that out, check that out, check that out. Okay, themes, blog posts. Well, you know I'm a blogger, so I'm into blogs, and I think it'll really help your store. Yep, but I'm just finding my notes here so I don't go past it. It's optional. Not everyone likes to blog. I believe blogging is very powerful, and you can get some real value and free traffic to your site. So we will be doing some blogging inside the course. Now, pages, that was what I was trying to look for before, but again, I'll do a lesson on it. This is where you set up your pages for your contact us, your reviews, your shipping, your legal pages. So you need to set legal pages up so that people see your return policy, your terms and conditions, etc. That needs to be set up. Again, we will be doing that. Now, the best way to get them, because it's a legal type thing, is that's where I was trying to find it for you quickly. When you pop into those themes, just go to any of those themes. I just happened to pick not the right one, and they have terms and conditions and legal in there. And because it's the Shopify ones, you can copy those, reword them for your own, and take them to your store. But you need to reword them because it won't be pertinent to your product. So rather than try and write the whole thing out yourself, you can take theirs and rework it so that it's yours. So there's the pages there, and I'll show you why you need those pages, because when you go to navigation, you're going to be saying on your footer menu and on your main menu what pages you want shown. Okay, so that's really important there. So if we have a look at footer menu, in here are all the pages. Each little box is a page. So I've got search, bike lovers, shop, jewelry, other interests and hobbies. Let's pretend I wanted to move shop jewelry for some stupid reason under bike lovers, because that's all I've got. Maybe it's a subset of bike lovers. What you do is you grab that see the little hand? I might make it a bit bigger. You grab that little hand and you move him up, and a line starts to appear. And as I move it inwards a bit, you can see the line moving. It's either going to be there or it's going to be a subset of search. See, it's now a subset of search. So that's how you arrange your pages. You might decide that you don't want search to be at the top. You want bike lovers to be at the top. So you just go up. Oops, I can't get it moving. There we go. And you pop it there. So you can rearrange your pages from here. I'm going to discard that because I don't want to mess that up, but that's how you change the look of the way you want your pages to look. It's really quite simple. And so that's what's in navigation. Now domains is next. What are we up to? Oh, we're doing all right. We're doing all right with time. Domains is next, and I can't show you how it looks raw because I'm in a live site that I've already attached a domain to. So remember, the name of my shop is mysticaldays.myshopify.com. Yeah, right? So Mystical Days is the name of my shop, but they add .myshopify.com. So I went and bought the domain called mysticaldays.com and connected it to the myshopify.com. So that means when you type in the URL mysticaldays.com, you'll go straight to the Shopify store. That's what you guys are going to do because that's the research you guys have been doing over the past few weeks about the name of your shop. And then we're going to go and get you a domain name that suits it so that we can connect it in here. So I can't show you a lot in here because it's all been completed, but we're doing that. All right, preferences. And this is pretty self-explanatory, but it is important because this is for Google as well. So obviously you need the name of your homepage and you need a bit of information. I've been a bit slack and only put a little bit in there, but you need to put some information in there and use keywords. Remember to use keywords in everything that you are putting on your site. The more keywords without being silly about it, make sure it reads properly as well, the better for you. Social sharing, that's what it's going to look like when it gets socially shared. This logo is going to come up. Google Analytics, when you get your Google Analytics done, you come over here and you add the code into here. Facebook Pixel, I'll be doing a lesson on Facebook Pixel because you will be creating a Facebook page that corresponds with your site and others, but that's a whole lesson on itself. And I will be coming back to show you how to use the Pixel ID. Password protection, when you go into your new site or your current site, you will have a password there, right? There'll be a password already associated there. And what it says when someone tries to get in there, it says site coming soon, it's password protected. And that's where you tick enable password. You can see I've taken all of that out because I want people to go straight to my site. Again, it's up to you, but remember when you're ready to launch your site, you've got to come in here to preferences, password protection, and get it off. Otherwise, people won't be able to see your site. Okay, on to settings. Now, don't get a fright because there's a lot of settings, but I'm not going through all of the settings, only the ones that you would be mostly interested in at the moment. Okay, general settings. General settings, again, pretty self-explanatory. So you obviously want your store name. And then this one here, store contact email. This is so Shopify can contact you. So mine's called labadymporting@gmail.com. That's how Shopify contact me. But my customer's email is your Mystical Days, because that's the name of my site, mysticaldays@gmail.com. So they wouldn't see the Lavity Importing, they would see the Mystical Days. Obviously, go in and put your information in, your phone number, your address, whatever you've got to put in there that's yours. Obviously, I'm Brisbane, so I've put Brisbane time in there. Now, I've chosen Imperial System and pounds because the majority of my sales will be in America, in the US, overseas. People like to deal in US dollars. I haven't made it Australian dollars. I've made it US dollars, but again, your choice. The thing that I want you to be careful of is whatever you decide. Here it is here. Store currency. I've said US dollars. Once I can change this if I want to, but once I've made a sale, I cannot change that to Australian dollars or anything else. It's locked in. So make sure that you know what you want to deal in, what currency, before you get a sale through that store. Otherwise, you need to contact support. Okay, so we go back out of setting. We're still in settings. That's general. We're going straight to payments. And payments is how you are going to receive the money. Now, again, you need, depending on what country you're in, I know I've got people on this webinar that are from all different countries. So it depends on the country that you are in as to what you are going to be have allocation to. So I know I was able to get into Shopify payments and I could have PayPal. Pretty much everyone can have PayPal, but how you find out about the country that you're in and the payments that you can receive, I'm just clicking to another tab, and that address is called shopify.com/payment-gateways. When I do the recording here, I'll put it up in text for you, but you can see it up there, shopify.com/payment-gateways. And when you come in here, it just looks like that. And when you come in here, you can scroll through and go, which country am I in? And if I'm in Botswana, it'll tell you what payment gateways are available to people who have stores in Botswana. There you go, tells you all about it. Easy peasy. So you can check that before, and you can also please go and talk to Shopify as well. They're very helpful, especially when it comes to setting up your payment gateways. They will physically go in at the back end. They can have access as well with your permission, and they will go in and check your settings for you as well. They're really, really helpful. Okay, so out of payments. Payment providers, I've done that. Checkout is the next one. I promise I'm not going through all of them. There's only a few to go. Checkout, again, this is really important. You won't remember everything I say tonight. I don't expect you to, but go back and read this when you set up your store with all the little things to tick and not to tick. Again, important for having customers come back to your store. So let's see what I've written down here. So here, customer accounts. I've written accounts are disabled. Customers will only be able to check out as guests. It's just a technical thing. Just trust me on that one. We're just leaving that ticked. Customer contact. Customers can only check out using email. Think about it. Where's the email going to go? In your database. Okay, so they've got to check out using email. Here, receiving shipping updates, customers can choose to add a phone number or email to receive shipping updates. Customers can download the shop app from their order status page. So both of those should be ticked. Full name. We require first and last name, or you can require last name only. First and last name is much better, especially because it's a shop. You want to know where to send things to people, so we need their first and last name, and they will give that because they know the delivery coming. Company name is optional because not everyone has a company. Address is optional. Shipping address is optional because they're going to put it in at checkout anyway. You don't need tipping. Order processing. Enable fields for additional information. Use the shipping address as the billing address by default, unless they put something else in. Enable address auto completion. So it helps them out. After an order has been paid, do not automatically fulfill any of the order's items. This one I'd like you to write down now, just like we wrote one down before. I really want you to write this one down. I'll make it bigger. Do not automatically fulfill any of the order's line items. I'll just give you a second to write that down. The reason for that is when someone jumps in my site, buys a bike light, and they place an order on the store and it says, Mary Smith wants 1 bike light sent to the US. I then, as the owner of the store, fulfill that order by getting their money and then placing that order on the drop shipper. So you can imagine if you let that happen automatically, it's going to go straight through to the drop shipper with no communication whatsoever, and it'll be fulfilled and possibly incorrectly with the incorrect paperwork. So you do it, and you decide out of the 3 drop shippers for the bike lights that you're going to send to your customer, which one you're going to send it to. Okay, so you have control of that. It's really, really important. You don't want that to be automatic at all. After an order has been fulfilled and paid, automatically archive the order. That's ticked. Email marketing, show a sign-up option at checkout. This is really important, and pre-select a sign-up option. It says at checkout, would you like to receive, be a best customer? And it's already ticked. So they have to untick it if they don't want that. So hopefully people don't see it or don't untick it, and you've got another person on your database. Automatically send abandoned checkout emails. That's a whole section on itself we've got to go through. Send to anyone who abandons checkout within 10 hours. They're the settings in checkout. Okay, so when you can always come back and look at this recording. All right, I'm going through here. I'm nearly there. Over here. Yep, I'm doing good. Abandon, where am I? That's all done, that's all done, that's all done. Billing, I'm not going to go in there because it's obviously got personal information for me, but billing is how you are going to pay Shopify, and you would have set that up as you went through your sign-up process. So that's where your billing is. If you think, oh, my credit card is expired and I need to put in a new one, then that's where you go. Or if you want to pay through PayPal, you go in there and do it through there. I think it's the last one. It is the last one. Legal's the last one. And this is what I was talking about when we were looking at the Shopify stores, where you can copy and paste your information. So you can create your own legal pages or create them from templates and customize them. Now, with the refund policy and the privacy policy and the terms of service and the shipping policy are all linked to those items within Shopify. So they're blank right now, but as soon as I fill them in, that means the customer can have a look at what my shipping policy is, what my terms of service are, what my privacy policy is, and what my refund policy is. So Shopify put one in there for you to get you started, and some of it you will like, some of it you will change. And what I'm saying to you is pop over to the templates and pick a template, go into their legal, and you can use those, bring them over or copy them to Word, rejig them, repurpose them, and then copy that text over into here. And it's really important that you do that, because when people come to your site, you've just spent money on ads, people are coming over to your site to buy the bike lights, and they go, Oh, I wonder what the returns policy is. Oh, they don't have one. Or I wonder what their privacy policy. Oh, they don't have one. I'm not buying from that store. All right. So it's all about trust. Okay, we got through it. Yes, thank you. Look, mate, I've been getting a lot of rest. I don't know why. For those of you who jumped on late, as you know, I've had a migraine for about 4 days now, and I cancelled a training on Monday night. I've never cancelled a training in my entire life. But I'm resting and I feel good. I just I have a tremendous blinding headache, but it is little bit better today. I didn't want to not turn up tonight. I couldn't have done it. So thank you, those of you who've reached out to me. I really, really appreciate it. All right, my lovelies, done and done. So see you in a fortnight. Thank you very much again, and keep up the good work. Keep moving along, and you're amazing. So I will see you in a fortnight. All right, this is Patricia Laverty signing off. See you on the next training.